Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we're back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard in the Blackwood DLC. I am so excited to continue this. Yeah, we're not exactly where we left off last time. I went and sold some stuff, got my inventory cleared out a bit. I'm sending out the invite to the stream. Hold on just a second, guys, and we'll get started. Alright, let's get rolling. Hopefully some people will show up, but if they don't, that's fine too. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Right, so now it's just a me. Oh, let's get Bastion out. Get out here, Bastion. Time to get to work.
What's new?
We shall talk to Kishu the Black Fin. This is where we actually were supposed to start. It over by the Way Try, which is not that big of a difference. So.
Counselor Vandacia is a traitor.
I never trusted that overgrown dry skin.
How did this happen?
Keshu must be upstairs. Yep, there's Keshu.
You will be safe
In the
here in
sentence.
Gideon, Evely. You have my word.
Thank you, Governor.
You did well to bring these twins to Gideon. I will make sure that they are well protected. Is it true, though, what Evely told me? These are the ambitions you sought?
We believe so. The cultists certainly seem to think so. And Destron demonstrated great power.
Yes, Evely was telling me about that. Daedric weapons in the guise of Imperial hatchlings. Interesting.
What will you do with the twins?
Feed them, provide them with a place to rest. We'll keep them safe. But what about you? Do you have any ideas on how to find the remaining ambitions? Or what to do about Vandacia and his cult?
I'm not sure.
I suggest you discuss your options with Evely. For someone so recently out of her egg, she has remarkable instincts and a good heart.
You must have some opinion on what we should do next.
Anything I can offer would be a guess. You and Evely are much more familiar with the situation than I am. For my part, I will gather the Blackfin Legion and make sure the twins are comfortable and safe. On that, you have my word.
Anything else before we go?
As I told Evely, a courier arrived shortly ahead of you. After you and your partner finalize your plans, make sure to talk to them. They were quite insistent that they be allowed to deliver their message directly to you.
Well, we found 2 of the ambitions and kept them out of the cult's hands. Now we just have to find the other 2 and deal with Vandacia.
Any ideas on where we can find the other ambitions or Vandacia?
Not yet, but I'm sure something will occur to us. It usually always does. In the meantime, take this. Your share of our compensation from Leowin. I couldn't have found the twins and saved them without your help. Thanks. While Governor Keshu takes care of Destron and Kalia, we need to determine our next move. I wonder if Captain Rian has any news about Vandacia. Oh, I almost forgot. Keshu mentioned that a courier arrived for us. They're waiting to deliver a message.
Any idea who sent the courier?
Maybe Captain Rian or Councillor Leviticus? Maybe they sent news about Vandacia. I'm sure that stinkweed is still out there, searching for the other ambitions. And the twins too, I suppose. Vandacia won't stop until we stop him.
Alright, what do you want to do?
Talk to the courier. Find out who sent them and what news they've brought us. I mean, provided you're still willing to stick around and help. Technically, I suppose you've already finished the job Captain Rian hired you to do. So, what do you say?
I want to see this through. I'll talk to the courier.
The courier's waiting right over there. Talk to them and find out what they've brought us.
Any idea who sent the courier or what the message is about?
No, I was waiting for you. Besides, they said they were supposed to deliver it to you specifically. Their instructions were very clear about that.
This letter is for you, mercenary.
Pardon my caution, but curious eyes are everywhere. I have information that you desperately need to know about. Things I learned since our time in the strange ruin. Come to the Anumis Manor on the south side of Gideon, just you and the Wood Elf. Tell no one else. I ask you the utmost discretion here, and you trust me. Not everyone will believe that my intentions are sincere. So it's Elam from the Dark Brotherhood.
What does the letter say? Well, did the letter say anything important?
The letter isn't signed. It asks that we come to the Anumis Manor on the south side of town alone.
An anonymous letter asking us to come by ourselves to a creepy old manor? Nothing suspicious about that. Well, I don't suppose we have any better leads. I'll meet you there.
Alrighty.
About time. I was beginning to think I'd hired the wrong courier. So, did you get my message? I was worried I'd hired one of those incompetent couriers. You know, the ones who take your gold and then toss your letter into the dung heap. I had to eliminate more than a few of those in my time.
Your letter mentioned that you had information.
Right to business. I wanted to ask you if you tried the swamp eel in a blackberry wine sauce at the Egg and Hammer. I hear it's the specialty of the house. Anyway, Vandacia. I did some digging and I came up with this place. Amnis Manor.
So what's the connection to Vandacia?
Well, I got to thinking. A cult like the Waking Flame doesn't pay for itself. It needs wealthy donors, am I right? Of course I am. Anyway, Mattis Amnis. He's a known supporter of Vandacia. And a closet fatalist. Generous, too, I hear.
And what am I going to find here?
Hey, I can't do everything. Search the manor. Rumblings in the back alley say that something big is about to happen. An event of some sort. And Vandacia's stink is all over it. Maybe something here will point you to it.
Alrighty.
Sorry it took me so long to get here. Let's look around.
What do we got here? Quite a long letter. Basically, it's a invitation to the Savalto estate near Blackwood Lake.
Vandacia might be at the Salvito estate near Blackwood Lake? But what sort of event are they talking about? The wardrobe's empty. Looks like Amnis has already left for the event, whatever it is.
This is an invitation to a party. and for followers of Dagon or
That's
Dagon.
just the cover letter. The detailed invitation is missing, and so is the coin.
What's on your mind?
Not you, Bastion.
I think that's everything we're going to find. Let's take another look at the evidence and see if we can figure out what's going on here.
The letter to Amnes suggests that Vendicia went to the Savato estate.
Right. Says that's located near Blackwood Lake. It also mentions some sort of event. And I think both Amnes and whoever sent this letter are part of the Order of the Waking Flame. Actual Dagonists right here in Gideon. Can you imagine?
The event sounds like Vendicia plans to reveal something special to his followers.
I was thinking the same thing. Could he have found the other two ambitions? And are they people too? Cracked acorns. Mysteries make my head hurt. I'd much rather have a clear target so I can fill it full of arrows.
We also found part of the invitation and noticed that his wardrobe was empty.
Sounds like getting to the event requires a voyage and a special coin of some sort. Since we don't have a coin or an invitation, we should go to the Salvito estate next. I think it's to the north of Gideon, near Blackwood Lake. I'll meet you there.
Alright, I'll meet you there. I like how it's called a mansion, but it's not really that much of a mansion. It looks like a mansion on the outside, but certainly not a mansion from the inside. I guess compared to the other towns in Gideon, Gideon is a pretty small place. Then again, the towns in Elder Scrolls games in general are smaller because they can't actually scale the towns the way they should because of limitations of hardware. That's apparently going to be fixed for later games in the series. Like in Elder Scrolls 6, they're wanting to put a lot more detail into the cities and stuff, which would be great. As long as it doesn't hamper performance of the game too much. Sneaky lizard, sneaky lizard. Never mind, I'm not a sneaky lizard. Sneaky lizard. Can't jump that high.
Get my luggage to the docks. Hurry! I want to set sail with the tide.
Greetings, hello.
Stop them, my brethren!
He went out that window.
Stop
Get
them, my
back
brethren.
here.
I need to reach my boat.
Look here. A stranger's loss might be our gain.
Stay back! Just let me go and I'll give you whatever you want!
There he is. Gratian Salvito. Get him to tell you everything he knows.
What do you want? Gems, golds, jewels? Whatever you want, it's yours. Just don't harm me!
Counselor Vendicia, where is he?
Alright, yes. Vendicia was here. Stopped by for a visit with his new charge, but he's long gone. Perhaps if you hurry, you can still catch him.
His new charge?
Well, prisoner, actually. He stopped by to show him off. Gave me a preview of his big event. Oh, please, I shouldn't be telling you any of this. It goes against our code.
Tell me more about this event. Where is it and how do I get there?
No one outside the order is allowed. Oh, all right. See, there's no reasoning with you. Take my invitation and my coin. You'll need both to get on the ship. The Calamity. It's leaving from Leeuwin docks shortly.
You're a bloody coward is what you are.
at the Leowin docks? Where is Vandacia holding this event of his? And he's got a prisoner? It sounds like he found one of the ambitions.
Salvato gave us his invitation and the strange coin.
Let me see that. What a strange coin. The symbol on it. It looks like the symbols in the book I'm carrying. Here, you better hang on to the coin. At least we know how to get to Vandacia's event, wherever it is.
You think we should get aboard that ship?
Absolutely. Let's meet in Leowin. According to the invitation, the event requires formal attire, so we'll need to visit a tailor before we head to the docks. I'll meet you by the big tree just inside the city gates after I deal with Salvito.
Alrighty.
All right, Salvito. Let's go turn you over to Governor Keshu.
Returning to Leowin, my home hub city for the foreseeable future. Although a lot of my characters will be spending quite some time in Orsinium in the near future, so because there's a big event going on in Orsinium here soon. Alright, before we do anything, there's something I need to do.
What can I do?
You may wear my suit today, but I want it back afterwards. I don't think I have any other suit for you to wear, so you're gonna have to wear my suit. Just make sure you give it back afterwards. And sorry about the tail slot. Or the tail slit. Traveler's Guide to Leowin.
Over here, my friend. Oh, good. I didn't miss you. We don't have much time before that ship departs, so let's get moving.
Should we head directly for the docks?
Nope. The invitation says we need formal attire to attend Vandacia's event. When I dropped Salvito off with Governor Keshu, she suggested we'd be able to get what we need at the tailor shop here in the city.
Do you know where the tailor shop is located?
It's not far. Pretty much dead center of the city. The place is called Armor and Fine Garments. Keshu suggested we should ask for a tailor by the name of Perseus Loke. He's supposed to know his stuff. I'll meet you there.
Wait, we know Loach. That's an interesting coinky dink.
Armor and Fine Garments is right in the city center. I'll meet you there.
Alright, let's talk to Loach.
You deal with the tailor.
Welcome, welcome to our little shop on... Wait a moment. I know you. Are you following me? I've had clients grow accustomed to my wares, but never has someone tracked me down from place to place. Are you with the young wood elf? How may I assist you?
Hello again, Perseus. We need an attire for a formal event. Can you help us?
Help you? I
I can indeed. It's good I decided to pack up and move to Leowen. I dread to think of anyone other than myself dressing you for a formal event. So, how formal are we talking about here?
I'm not exactly sure, but the host of the event is Counselor Vendicia.
An event thrown by a member of the former Elder Council? My word! That requires the utmost informal attire. Unfortunately, such clothing carries a hefty price. There's only so much I can do, even for a friend. But perhaps we can arrange something?
Arrange something? What do you mean?
The trade is simple. I need silk from the Blue Whisper moths for next season's line. Bring me a few bundles and I'll trade them for the attire you seek. They nest to the north, along the riverbank. Or you can pay the gold, if you can afford it.
I'll just pay the cost for the outfits in gold.
A pleasure doing business with you. Now, please, take your time and select the outfit that most suits you. You want to look your best and also make a good impression when attending a formal event.
See, so there's really only two outfits for me to pick from. There's the dapper suit, and there's the ornate suit. I mean, I could put him in a dress, but I don't think a dress really fits him. I think we're gonna go with the ornate suit.
That looks good on you. Hang on while I try this one on.
Oh yeah, this looks really good on Reewish.
Where does
I mean,
this
it's not his color, but...
What am I supposed to do with this thing? This is itchy, and I can't breathe. All right, there. So, how do I look?
Evilly's looking cute in her outfit.
So, be honest. I look ridiculous in this outfit.
It looks great on
don't
you,
I?
Evilly.
You really think so? Thanks. You look good too. So, you be the noble, and I'll be your escort. With these outfits, the invitation, and the coin, we should be able to walk right up and board the Calamity.
If we're ready, let's head back to the Lanewin docks.
Right. Just act natural, and no one will suspect we don't belong at Vandasia's party. But don't expect me to run, dodge, or loose arrows while wearing this. It isn't exactly made for sudden movements.
Alright, let's head out to the docks. We're ready to go on a formal excursion. Sorry, I just looking something up real quick. Hold on just a second, guys. All right, let's roll. We got a person to save, and we have an arsehole to blast. Preferably in the arsehole if possible. I might be hoping for too much, to be honest, but...
Oh, good, you're here. This dead stump has really been rustling my leaves.
And who might you be? This vessel's been hired for a private affair.
We're here to travel to the event.
Are you now? And where's your invitation?
Here you go, and our coin too. Evely will be accompanying me.
Salvito and guest, huh? All right. This all looks to be in order. Welcome aboard. Make your way below decks and find a bunk. We're shoving off shortly, and it's going to be a long voyage.
I guess Bastion's just a freebie. A boat called the Calamity, though.
All right, we're aboard. Let's figure out our next move.
Is there something I can do?
Not you, Bastion. Stop getting in my way.
We must be on the right ship. Everyone is dressed like they're about to have tea with Queen Irene herself.
It's supposed to be a long voyage. What should we do now?
I don't know. We want to avoid drawing too much attention to ourselves. We don't want anyone to figure out we're not actually supposed to be here. I guess we could talk to the other guests. See if we can learn anything. Just be careful, alright?
Carefully talking to other guests. Check. Then what?
Then we should find our berths and get some rest. We want to be ready when this ship arrives at its destination, wherever that may be.
Across the Niven Bar.
I don't remember you. This must be your first time experiencing one of Vandasia's events. You're in for a treat, my friend, an absolute treat. But tell me, have you known the council along?
No, we only met recently.
Ah, a new recruit to the cause. Welcome, welcome. I envy you. I remember my first time crossing over to...
Crossing over to where? The invitation never mentioned our final destination.
Oh, no, no, my friend. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise. I do suggest you get some rest, though. The voyage takes us through some strange waters. I find it better to sleep through the rough patches. Makes the trip pass by more quickly as well.
Suspicious.
I do not know you. Vandacia and his recruitment drives. I prefer the company of long-standing believers, not raw initiates, fresh out of the egg.
Do you know where the ship is headed?
Somewhere spectacular. That's what I have been told. Vandacia does love to show off. The rumor is that this time, he actually has something vital to share with us. I look forward to seeing whatever it is.
Any guess as to what that might be?
Guesses. As many as stars in the sky. But such games get us no closer to the truth. I suggest you go and contemplate the blessings of fire and flood, initiate. That is all that should really concern you, no matter what Vandacia says to the contrary.
Calamity Birth. Let's rest. Vandicia's Deadlands Keep. Great keeps and towering citadels dot the Deadlands from horizon to horizon. Within their chiseled walls, Daedra plot and conspire, anxious to win their prince's favor through butchery and conquest. Some are even rewarded to faithful mortal servants for a price. I'm sure.
Stay on the path. The keep is just ahead.
How could you sleep through that? Everyone else has already disembarked. We need to hurry.
Where are we, Evilly?
Well,
Or Everly?
according to the last couple of nobles who headed off the ship, we're somewhere in the Deadlands, the Oblivion Plain of Mehrunes Dagon. I guess Vandacia really didn't want anyone interrupting this event.
Where do we go from here?
Same place the rest of the nobles went. Off the ship in that way. There's some sort of keep over there. That must be the place.
Alright, let's roll, guys.
I'm right behind you. Let's go see what this is all about.
This way, please. Mind where you step.
Those guys look official.
Keep going. Stay on the path.
Please excuse the mess, Your Excellency.
Well, of course it's a mess. This is the Deadlands. It's literally raining ash from the sky. Of course it's going to be a mess.
Enjoy yourselves.
All right, this is weird. We're in freaking Oblivion, and these cracked.
Hey, welcome to the stream.
I wonder when Vandacia plans to make an appearance.
We're infiltrating somebody's fancy dinner party to get information about them. Do you think we should wait and see what Vandacia has to say?
No, look around. He brought these people here to show them he's in control, that he's got power and the favor of Mehrunes Dagon. I think we need to explore this place and figure out what he's got planned before he reveals it to the world.
This place looks huge.
Which is why we need to get moving. If he has found an ambition, maybe we can free them. And if it's something else, well, we need to see what it is and figure out what to do about it while there's still time.
Alright.
Let's search around and see if we can get a look at Vandacia's surprise before he parades it before these corrupt nobles. Oh, hey, look! Is that Lyranth? What's she doing here?
Not sure. I'll talk to Lyranth, but but do you think all these people are members of the Waking Flame?
I'm getting that impression, at least from everyone that isn't you, me, or Lyranth. What's she doing over there, I wonder? Anyway, since they all seem comfortable and excited to be sipping wine in the Deadlands, how could they not be cultists?
Potentially. Lyranth, what are you doing here? Make sure you get some food and drink some water. Yes, yes, I know.
Ah, little mortal. I was wondering when you were going to arrive. And where did you get that outfit? Is that really what passes for the height of fashion among the Tamriel elite this century?
Never mind about my outfit, Lyranth. What are you doing here?
I told you I had my own avenues of investigation. Why does it surprise you that I would be on hand for Vandacia's major announcement? Besides, the Dagonist who gave me this coin was only too happy to let me take it from her cold, dead hand.
Well, of course she killed them to take it from them. Do you know what Vandacia is going to reveal at this event?
Not exactly. I haven't been able to move about as freely as I would like. I don't want to reveal myself to Dagon's Dromora any sooner than I have to. But some of these mortals believe that Vandacia has finally found one of the ambitions.
Do you think he did it? Found an ambition, I mean?
As I understand it, he has been looking for them ever since Emperor Leovik's death. I suggest you take advantage of that disguise you're wearing and see what you can find out before Vandacia begins this extravaganza. I shall remain close by.
Of course you will. But will you help us, is the question. Probably not.
Be careful. I don't think they want us wandering around on our own.
The fight is on. Well, they got
I'll tell
somebody
you what I
chained up
told
over here.
Vendacia. I'm Sombrin, and I won't perform for the pleasure of a Dagon cult. So, Vendacia has let some of his pet nobles come by to gawk at his prize. Away, you vultures!
We're not nobles. We're here to stop whatever Vendicia has planned.
There aren't enough of you to stop Vendacia. He has an army of elite soldiers, crazed cultists, and Daedric creatures given to him by Mehrunes Dagon personally. You're hopelessly outclassed.
Oh please! I knocked Molag Bal right. I sliced Molag Bal in half with an Adric sword. I think I can take on Vendicia. And what's your role in all this?
Me? I'm the main event at this infernal affair. Vendacia plans to sacrifice me to his Daedric prince, referred to me as one of the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. Apparently they think my death will grant them all unlimited power.
Is that what you are? One of the ambitions?
I don't know. Maybe. My mentor used that term once or twice, but I never paid it much mind. Look, to stop Vendacia, you need to get me out of here. Find the key to unlock these chains. Ken Reeve Desirog has a copy. His chambers to the north.
Alrighty.
You get the key. I'll stay here and watch over Sombra.
Alright, Evely, keep him safe. So how are you doing today other than the cat causing a bunch of cuteness in the house? Whole bunch of cute. So a lot of them, because I know that I still have more books that I don't actually have at my apartment because they're still in the barn inside of a tote. Ah, old outdated textbooks, right? So you can't really do much with them. You can't sell them back to the bookstore or anything like that.
Sheath your weapons. The battle is won.
Man, textbooks are so expensive. I actually used to have nightmares where I used to wake up dreaming that I hadn't returned my textbooks to the bookstore and that they were trying to find me to make me pay money. Yeah, that's about really all you can do. Somebody will find it. Even if they're outdated, some of the information that might still be useful, and somebody might be able to use it to help, like, somebody who can't afford the class just yet could use it to help, like, boost their knowledge of the class, and then when they go to take the class, they already have some of the knowledge, even if it might be mildly different, they at least have some practice with that information, so it may be worth it to them, so.
We're too late. While you were searching for the key, Vendacia arrived and called in the nobles. He started his presentation.
I found the key.
Great, but it's not like we can
Yeah,
just
that's
walk
true.
in there and... Wait a moment, that's it!
What are you thinking, Evely?
If we can cause a panic, get those nobles to run around screaming, that should create enough of a diversion for you to use that key and set Sombrin free. We just need to accomplish that before Vendacia gets to the part where he sacrifices Sombrin.
Do you have something in mind?
Take these Reekers. They're beetles similar to dewbugs. Very tasty, though they release a foul odor when they die. I was saving them for later, but I'll get more.
Yeah,
Place
it
them around
is.
the hall. Then, when you give the signal, I'll loose some arrows.
Sounds like a plan.
Just drop the reekers around the perimeter of the chamber. Once you've placed them, give me the signal and wait for the clouds of stench to clear the room. Then you can set Sombrin free. I hope you can hold your breath, though.
You seem to know a lot about these bugs.
We had an infestation in my village when I was a little girl. If you know how to do it, you can kill them without causing a stink. They're quite delicious. But if you just crush them or stick them with an arrow, phew, that's what we're counting on.
You Bosmer and your strange
Place
eating
the
habits.
reekers around the chamber. Then give me the signal when you're done.
Brothers and sisters of the waking flame, behold our future. This is one of the fabled 4 ambitions of Merun's Dagon.
Rumor has it
And
the
his
deep
death
crab den was
will
sabotaged
elevate us
by
all.
one of its own workers.
Like the others of his kind, he was created from birth for one purpose: to give us his power.
Now that's what I call a distraction.
Yes.
Serves you all right.
Interrupt this sacred ceremony. Destroy them.
Counselor, this way. Before the mountain overwhelms you.
Come on, run, 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 go, go, go. I'm gonna need to bathe like 5 or 6 times when I get out of this place.
A fight? Good.
Just funny, Bastion's usually the one who hates fights. Ooh, I gained a champion point, sweet.
Stop them! Recapture the ambition at all costs!
Get up, Sombrin. We need to get out of here.
Courage brings victory.
Too exhausted.
I'll help Sombrin. You need to deal with those Remora.
I'm dealing with them to the best of my ability.
Very well. I shall deal with you myself.
I think you're gonna be the one who's dealt with.
I opened a portal, little mortal. Take your companions and leave this place.
Thank you,
We
Loranth.
should see each other again. I guarantee it.
Back to Blackwood. Phew. Hmm.
Thank you for getting me out of that place. I am in your debt.
Can you tell me tell me where you came from? How Vendicia captured you?
That story would take too long to tell. Let's just say I made the mistake of returning to a place where I once lived. I wasn't paying attention, and suddenly I was surrounded by Vondacia's cultists. They overpowered me and I woke up in chains.
I should take you to the other ambitions.
Yes, I would like to meet these other ambitions. Find out who they are, what we are, and learn more about this power Vondacia seems intent on taking from us. Lead on, and I will follow.
Let's go.
Take Sombrin to the Temple of Debella.
Let's
then meet
ride.
me at the governor's mansion.
Lead the way, my friend.
First things first, Bastion, get out of my suit.
Did you?
There you go.
Go, my friend. Go see Evan.
Are you looking for stuff to begin homeschooling Belle with?
Did you get Sombrin settled into the temple? Did you introduce him to the twins?
Sombrin is safe in the temple with the twins.
Perfect. I was telling the governor everything that happened. How we traveled to the Deadlands and stopped Vandacia from sacrificing the third ambition.
College
We need
textbooks,
to figure
right.
out our next move. Oh, before I forget, here's your share of our compensation.
You have done well so far, mercenary. Now we must speak. Every stone tossed into a pond causes ripples. The stones you have thrown have caused waves. As much as I wish to assist you, I need to think of Gideon and its safety.
What do you mean, Governor?
My spy master tells me that Councillor Vondacia still has eyes in the city. That even now we fear he is aware that we harbor the ambitions. That he gathers his cultists to assault Gideon. The presence of the ambitions puts my people at risk.
What do you want me to do?
Keep the ambitions safe, but we need to find a better place to hide them. Talk to the ambitions. Perhaps the third one you rescued. Sombrin, was it? Evely said he wasn't locked in a vault when the cult found him. Maybe he knows more than the twins.
I'll go talk to the ambitions.
I would never turn away anyone in need. We will protect the ambitions for as long as we can. Yet I fear my legionnaires will not be able to hold off Vondacia's forces should they attack. Go to the Temple of Dibella when you're ready to talk to them.
Why are you suddenly worried about Vindicia's forces?
My spy master reports a flurry of activity that is troublesome, and Gideon is not the fortress it once was. Even so, my Blackfin Legion will give as good as it gets. Better even. What most concerns me is the possibility of treachery.
Treachery?
Vondacia's family is powerful and has deep roots in Blackwood. His spies and political allies fill Gideon like wine fills a goblet. And not all of them are cultists, at least not openly. I fear the enemy we cannot see more than the one we can.
Understood, Cashew.
Go on, Kalia. Unleash your power. Just like back in the Sanctum.
All right, if you say so. Something's wrong.
Pull back, Kalia. Pull back!
I can't!
Hold on. Let me help. There.
Yep, he's lightning, she's fire, he's water. I think the last one will probably be
To
wind.
control my powers after I left my vault.
Flood, fire, and storm. But I don't know what the last one will be.
When I was freed from my vault, it took months for my own power to reach such levels. And then it nearly destroyed me. I'm surprised Callie has gotten to that point so quickly after her release.
Why did Kalia lose control like that?
Our powers grow exponentially once we leave the protection of the vaults. It's what they were constructed for. But Kalia's power has advanced much faster than mine did. It almost consumed her. If not for my mentor, the same would have befallen me.
How did you get out of your vault, and what's this about a mentor?
When Duke Varen's forces came through, they set me free. To them, I was just another political prisoner. I wandered without a purpose for a time until my power reached a level similar to what you saw here. That's when my mentor found me.
Do you think that this mentor could help Kalia and Destron learn to control their powers?
I don't see why not. Plus, it will probably be safer if the three of us leave for a while. There's an old shrine northwest of here. Let's meet there. I suggest you tell your wood elf companion where we're going. She seems like the sort to worry.
Good idea. I'll tell Evely and meet you at the shrine.
Find us in the marsh to the northwest. I'll take Callie and Destron and meet you at the shrine. Don't worry. I'll protect them. The cultists won't surprise me again. Just let your wood elf friend know that we have the twins, and we'll keep them safe.
What do you mean when you say Kalia's power will consume her?
Why do you think Emperor Leovic had those vaults constructed? They contain and limit our power. Without them, the power would grow and expand until it destroyed us. The vaults were supposed to keep us alive long enough to learn to control our power.
Then why was Vendicia planning to kill you?
Right. About that. Obviously what I thought I knew and the truth aren't exactly the same. Regardless, without the protection of the vault, Kalia's and Destron's powers will eventually kill them.
But you believe your mentor can teach them to control their powers?
She was able to train me. She also had a method for suppressing my power until I can contain it on my own. Without her, I wouldn't be here today. She can help Destron and Kalia, I'm sure of it.
General Keshu suggested that we might want to leave Gideon for a while.
The governor is wise. A moving target is harder to hit than a stationary one. And if we're no longer inside the city, Vondacia's cultists have no reason to attack it.
How did you wind up locked inside the Deadlands, by the way?
I wasn't paying attention. My mentor warned me that I was going to be hunted, but I didn't listen. I returned to my old vault to see if I could learn more about who and what I am. The cultist ambushed me, knocked me out before I could respond.
Tell me more about your mentor.
I was raised in a vault, just like the twins. Isolated, ignorant of the world outside. All I knew was that I was different. Special, somehow. Duke Varen's forces set me free when I was 16. My mentor found me some months later.
How did that come about?
I fell in with mercenaries, wandering and learning to fight even as my power grew. I was beginning to lose control when my mentor appeared. She was a shaman of sorts. She taught me how to master my power, but she never referred to me as an ambition.
I still don't understand how she found you.
She said she had been looking for me. She knew of Mehrunes Dagon's interest in a hidden secret and had been searching for it. But it wasn't until my power began to manifest outside the vault that she was able to locate me. She saved my life.
Alright, let's roll. Well, let's talk to these two first.
That was terrifying. I've never felt anything like that. Ever. Nothing like that ever occurred during our training in the Sanctum. What's happening to me?
What were you trying to do?
My gift is fire. Summoning flames is as natural as breathing. In the vault, it was always just a spark or a simple flicker. But when I tried to hit the target, I couldn't control it. The fire inside me, it wanted to grow, to spread, to feed.
How do you feel now?
I'm fine. A bit lightheaded, maybe. Whatever Sombrin did, it put the fire out. At least for now. I don't like this. What if next time I summon the power, no one can help me extinguish it? I could hurt Destron. I could burn Gideon to the ground.
Why don't we won't let that happen.
power seems to be getting stronger. Harder to control. If not for Sombrin, Kalia's own power might have consumed her. Is this our punishment for abandoning our sanctum?
I don't think you're being punished.
No, probably not. But we're definitely getting stronger. You saw what I did in the sanctum. My power is lightning, but after seeing how Kalia lost control, I'm hesitant to use it out here. I will, though, if I'm called upon to defend my sister.
Alright, let's roll. Cheaper to...
Hey, I'm over here. Keshu told me to take a thinking break. It helps to take a break sometimes, you know? From thinking, so you can think better later. Anyway, how are the ambitions doing? Have you figured out a better place to hide them?
Sombrin has an idea, but the twins are losing control of their powers.
Well, that sounds bad, obviously. What happened?
Kalia almost burned down the temple, but Sombrin knows someone who can help her.
Oh, I knew there was a reason we plucked him out of Vandasia's fortress in the Deadlands. I mean, other than preventing a human sacrifice. So who is this helpful person?
Sombrin's mentor. We're going to meet outside Gideon. We might be gone for a while.
Stick close to them. You need to keep the ambitions safe and out of Vandasia's clutches. While you're away, I'm going to continue helping Keshu's Blackfin Legion. And I want to be around when my cousins from Valenwood finally arrive. Good luck.
Yeah, she has a lot of cousins. Wood Elves always have a lot of family. By the way, there's only 2 actual quests left in this this story. There's this one, and then the last one, and then there's the little wrap-up quest that we always get at the end of the story. So we're almost done with the main story. We got some other stuff in the zone to do, but
A Dremora.
Sombrin, what's going on here?
Easy, everyone.
I didn't expect to hear from Sombrin again after he left, despite my advice. But to find him in the presence of a powerful mortal and 2 other ambitions. But where are my manners? Greetings, mortal. I am Zyna.
Sombrin says that you mentored him, helped him to control his power.
And so I did. I sensed his need and offered my assistance. He learned well, and as he will tell you, I never betrayed him. Is that why he has summoned me? Because those other 2 ambitions now face the same danger that almost consumed him?
Yes, we want to make sure Kalia and Dastrin don't destroy themselves with their own power.
Then you must bring them to my sanctuary. They are far more than anything you can imagine. I helped Sombrin because I didn't want to see him fall into Mehrunes Dagon's hands, or destroy himself with his own power. I will do the same for the others.
Where's your sanctuary?
I hide in the Deadlands. Yes, Dagon's realm. But I have ways to protect us. Before you bring them, they must be attuned to this realm. Find slivers of the Deadlands lodged in your world. Sombrin will show you how to use them to attune the ambitions.
As I said, Zyna helped me. And she can help Kalia and Destron. You just have to trust her. And if you can't trust her, trust me.
You should have told us your mentor was a Dremora.
Forgive me, but in my experience, most of Nirn takes a dark view of Dremora. Zyna found me when I was at my worst. If she wanted me dead, she could have killed me years ago or just let me destroy myself. Instead, she helped me, taught me control.
I know a Dremora. She must want something out of you.
Oh, of that I'm certain. Competition in the Deadlands is fierce, especially among the non-aligned Remora. I know that she seeks allies to call upon when the need arises. Having 3 ambitions who owe you a favor? Oh, that's like gold to Zaina.
Tell me about this attunement process Donna was talking about.
Let me mark your map. Zaina told me where to find these slivers of the Deadlands when I needed them. Dagon cultists often enshrine these shards whenever they find them. You'd be surprised how often chunks of oblivion make their way to Nirn.
And what do we do with these slivers once we find them?
I'll describe the process when you return. I need to prepare a portal at a place where the planar boundaries are thin. Take Kalia and Destron and gather the slivers. Then I can attune them to the Deadlands. I also marked where to meet me on your map.
Alright, I'll take the twins and find these slivers of the Deadlands.
Our powers interact strangely with the natural forces of the Deadlands. That's why we need to be attuned. Of course, I underwent the process years ago. Now we must help the twins do the same. Keep them safe, then meet me on the road south of Gideon.
So I don't need to be attuned?
No, you're not an ambition. Besides, you've been to the Deadlands already and suffered no ill effects. If the twins attempted that before we attuned them, the plane would rip them apart. Our power is connected to Mehrunes Dagon in some way.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I'm not entirely sure. I just know that there's some element of Mehrunes Dagon inside us, and it wants to return whence it came. I think that's what Von Dacia hoped to accomplish by killing me. Anyway, I'd rather not see that happen to any of us.
I suppose we must trust in Sombrin's experience. He knows quite a lot more about our powers than we do.
Do you think we should trust Zana?
Does it matter? I felt the power inside me when I lost control back at the temple. I couldn't stop it. If Sombrin hadn't suppressed my flames, I would have ignited the city. Unless you know another way to fix me, I don't think we have a choice.
No, I fear you're right.
Let's find these objects from the Deadlands as Sombrin's mentor suggested. If it helps keep me and my sister alive, we've got to try it, no matter the risk.
Have you ever heard of this attunement process before?
No, but I never heard of ambitions either before all this began. We're in new territory here, but as long as my sister and I are in danger, I'll take help wherever I can get it. Let's go and find these objects.
Alright, let's go.
Can you believe it, Kalia? We're going to be great heroes.
What's heroic about being consumed by our
Crimson
own power?
Deadland Sliver.
What if Zaina only wants to use us for our power, Destron?
She'll do the same. She can't
The
force
cultists
us.
or our
You
own
heard her.
powers don't kill us
She needs
first.
allies, and we're... Come now, sister. Where's your sense
I've
of
read
adventure?
the stories. Pacts with Daedra never turn out well.
I'll protect you, Kalia.
Silly little brother. I'm the one who protects you.
You're barely older. Only 2 slivers of the Deadlands.
Even an old
One for
sack
each of
might
us.
have treasure inside.
Mission accomplished.
I fear it just gets more difficult from here.
You worry about everything. Let's go meet Sombrin.
Might as well go ahead and snag this location as I'm passing. We won't do this dungeon just yet. We will come back and do all the delves and dungeons soon, but not today. Probably after we finish the main quest, we will come back and do all the delves and dungeons and stuff. I'd like to get zone completion like we did on Somerset before we move on. And I'd definitely like to have it done before the Deadlands DLC comes out in the later part of this year. I lost quite a bit of time because of, well, you know, not wanting to stream or camp, and kind of killed a little bit of my, the time that I had between these sessions, or between these updates, so We still got until November until the next DLC comes out. So we got plenty of time.
That should come in handy.
Guess we're waiting for the twins to catch up. Oh, here we go.
You found the Deadland slivers? Good. I set up the portal at the top of the hill behind me. Alatun, Kalia, and Destron. Then we can make our way to the summit.
What should I be doing while you attune the twins?
I need you to deal with a complication for me.
A complication?
Creatures were drawn to the hillside by my actions. Could you make sure the path to the top is clear? The last thing we need is for some mundane and random threat to provoke a response from Kalia or Destron.
I'll make sure the way is clear and meet you at the top. That's not a mundane threat.
Here's a sight. What do you make of this?
Ooh, Blackwood Pathfinder achievement unlocked. Sweet.
All right, just like we discussed. Focus on the slivers of Deadlands.
Alright, we're going to the Deadlands.
It's working!
I've never traveled by portal before.
Quick, step inside. Follow when you're ready, friend.
Zana's sanctuary commands a prime location in the Ashen Forest, isolated region of the Deadlands. How she keeps her sanctum hidden from Mayor's Dagon, I have no idea. Sobran. Somebody's wearing the new dress. Actually, I think another new dress came out recently too, didn't it? Oh, hey, she's an unlockable collectible now. Lady Twilight. Also, let me get that for free. Ethereal Well is on sale. We're just quickly checking out the stuffs real quick.
I greet you, mortal. As with Sombrin, I shall do all that I can to aid the twins. But first, they must survive the Ashen Forest. They must walk the path of the obelisks.
Tell me more about these trials. What's the path of the obelisk?
Before I can teach them to contain their power, they must first come to understand it. The path of the obelisks will help them do so. They must visit the 3 ancient oracles and learn the truths that each will reveal.
And what's my role in this?
Protect the twins from the dangers of the forest. They cannot unleash their power safely until they have learned to control it. At each obelisk, you will bear witness to the truths they learn. Come to me when all is said and done. Then we shall see.
I'll protect the twins and witness what they learn.
The power of these 2 ambitions grows with every passing moment. You must hurry. The path begins to the northwest. Look for the obelisks of origin, empowerment, and inevitability. Each will reveal a hidden truth.
What are you doing in the Deadlands?
The Dremora of my clan have dwelt in the Deadlands for ages uncounted. This is the seat of my power, just as it is Mehrunes Dagon's. My purposes, however, are my own.
So you don't serve Mayor's Dagon?
Allegiances among Daedra are not as simple as they are in the mortal world. Let us just say that I do not wish to see Mehrunes Dagon succeed in this endeavor. The ambitions must not fall into his hands.
What will the twins learn from the obelisk?
I cannot say for certain. Their truths are their own, not mine. Yet I know that they must walk this path. A mortal cannot become what they are meant to be without first understanding what they are. Much remains hidden from these two ambitions.
Alright, so that we should be done there. Right, let us move on to the first obelisk.
Well done. That must be the first obelisk.
Stop it. That's cruel and wasteful.
Prepare yourself, brother, while our friend activates it and something's happening.
What's the vision? Sorry.
Asleep? How? I couldn't get the boy to stop bawling.
I fed the twins until they were full and exhausted.
Your Majesty, welcome. The babes are healthy and strong.
As commanded, my Emperor. She bore twins.
As Mehrunes Dagon commanded, so it has been done.
Our parents and the High Priest? I don't understand.
Yep, this is only going to get creepier from here on out, so...
This is the obelisk of empowerment.
Activate it, if you would, friend.
It's starting.
Time for the final ritual, my Emperor.
Proceed, High Priest.
O Mehrunes Dagon, Prince of ambition and destruction, imbue these infants with your power. Let it ripen and grow within these vessels until the appointed time.
As
So,
Dagon wills
let it be done.
Our parents were sacrificed to Mehrunes Dagon? Why?
Their spirits were used as a sacrifice. Mehrunes Dagon took their deaths and split some of his power from himself and anointed it into the two young children.
That must have hurt.
Bastion, are you going to keep up with us?
That portal opened on its own. Suppose we should step inside.
To the inevitable.
This must be the day you learn you are destined to fail. That I and the waking flame emerged victorious.
No. Destron, is that us up there?
And Mehrunes Dagon? Is this our future, Kalia? Is this inevitable?
You're just another little frog hopping in his pond. Well, not you. You're a big boy. Like, you're gonna be a problem. I can't even fire at you. That's... You are just a little frog croaking in your pond. I've crushed hundreds of people that had your level of ambition.
How long ago was it? When I crushed you and claimed the ambitions for myself. It must be rather depressing to see that all your efforts were in vain. That my victory is inevitable.
The other vision showed the twins' past. Why is this one different?
Visions? You must understand the forces with which you meddle. Given your failures before you died, that doesn't surprise me. You entered the portal at the obelisk of inevitability in the Deadlands. What could be more inevitable than the future?
You're telling me that you won, that you sit on the ruby throne?
Look around and see for yourself. The very fact that you stand before me proves that you didn't stop me. You didn't save the ambitions. You didn't save anyone. I destroyed you. Now this realm belongs to my lord and master Mehrunes Dagon.
This is a lie. When I find... We have two choices. We can say, this is a lie. When I find you, I'll destroy you. Or nothing is inevitable. You haven't won yet. We can also say, then I may as well kill you now. Throat punch him to say, then I may as well kill you now.
You still do not understand. This isn't your time or place. Here you are nothing but dust long forgotten. You're a ghost of failures past. As much as I would enjoy it, I can't kill that which is already dead.
Mercenary, time to go. Through the portal, quickly.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to throat punch him, which I really regret, but... We'll get our shot. We'll get our shot at him. Really soon, actually.
Vandacia, he had us displayed like trophies.
We saw our future. We're doomed.
Snap out of it. What you saw was just one possible inevitability. Nothing is set in stone.
I didn't think that was how my story was going to end. I really thought we were going to win.
Despite appearances, this isn't over yet, Destron.
Isn't it? You saw the Prince of Destruction. How can we hope to fight something like that, let alone his High Priest? Maybe it's better if we just let our powers consume us. At least then Vandacia won't be able to claim us.
Destroying yourself isn't the answer. You need to live. You need to learn to control your powers and stand with me.
Now you sound like Kalia and Sombrin. You're right, though. We have power beyond anything Vandacia possesses. That's why he wants us. Once Zaina teaches us to control it, we'll be unstoppable. All right. We're with you. Let's go get this done.
Vandacia is going to win. We saw ourselves. He was drawing power from us, like sipping wine from a chalice.
That was only a vision, Kalia. We haven't been defeated yet.
But you saw how Vandacia looked. Strong, powerful, and Mehrunes Dagon looking down on us. How do we stand against that?
You learn to control your power, and we stand against them together.
I don't... Can it really be that simple? Was that the point of these visions? To show us how we were created, and to reveal a dark and possible future? All right, I understand. Just because the night is long doesn't mean the sun won't rise tomorrow.
Yeah, and I've defeated a lot stronger people than Vandacia, of all people.
The obelisk of inevitability reveals just one possible future. True, it's the most likely outcome, but it isn't the only one. Now that we know where things are heading, we can work to change the course.
So Vendicia is going to win, Mayor's Dagon's going to claim our world?
We're dealing with forces beyond our understanding. It was always going to be a difficult journey, but the obelisk of inevitability only shows what will happen if events continue on their current course. That future hasn't happened.
So what do we do?
The perils of visiting oracles. Are we better off knowing what is to come, or continuing on in blissful ignorance? I believe our choices matter. I choose to resist Mehrunes Dagon, and no vision will sway me from that path. I hope you feel the same.
Alright, let's go into the fortress.
Mortal who bore witness for the twin ambitions, let us speak. We can finally greet each other in person, mortal. Before we begin the process that will permit the twins to control their powers, I must ask you a single question. Why does one who abhors Mehrunes Dagon care what happens to his ambitions?
The ambitions are people. They should get to decide their own fate.
A noble sentiment, but they are more than just people. They are powerful weapons. Dagon's priest imbued them with a portion of the Lord of Destruction's own energy when they were born. It has grown and intensified in the intervening years.
Grown and intensified to what end?
Imagine that each ambition is like a mortal bank. Instead of gold, the priest deposited a portion of Dagon's energy inside them. That energy grew with them, compounding and doubling year after year like interest on your savings. It also transformed.
Transformed in what way?
In every way. What was once just of oblivion became mixed with Nirn. Now that energy is a part of both realms. And that is why Mehrunes Dagon wants it back. It will give him the connection to Nirn that he so greatly desires. A path to your world.
So how do we touch the twins, or how do you teach the twins to control their power?
Their power is like a volcano, building until released as an explosion or a lava flow. One is catastrophic, the other merely destructive. I will delay the eruptions while teaching them to dissipate and maintain control. You may observe, of course.
I'll be watching you closely.
We must begin the ritual at once. This way.
Stay close, friend. I'll feel better knowing you're nearby.
Surprise, surprise, we've been betrayed.
What's going on?
Zaina, what are you doing?
Helping you fulfill your purpose. Your ambitions. You belong to Mehrunes Dagon.
Who's surprised at that outcome? Not me, that's for sure.
What happened?
Yep, saw that coming.
Zaina! Damn it! You betrayed... Damn her! Zaina betrayed us and cast us into the spider nest!
What's the spider nest?
It's a dungeon beneath her sanctuary. She sends her enemies here to die. We aren't her enemies. She saved my life many times. If she'd wanted to hurt me, she could have done so long ago. Why turn against me now?
She mentioned Mehrunes Dagon. I think she plans to give the twins to him.
I don't want to believe that. But I heard what she said too. And she completely drained my energy. I can't call upon my power until it recharges. We need to find a way out of here. We need to get to Kalia and Destron before Zaina turns them over.
Yep. Yep. How will we help the twins if Zaya refuses to show them how to control their power?
First things first. I need to restore my power. Let me think. Zaina told me about an old foe she destroyed, tossed them into this place, and kept their skull as a trophy. It may hold enough energy to recharge my power immediately.
You rest. Just tell me where to find the skull.
The skull is in the treasure chamber. You can get there through the east door, retrieve it, and meet me at the door in the north. When you find me, I'll be in a meditative state. Present the skull, and I'll do the rest.
Who was the old foe of Zana's?
Menthix, an ancient rival. Challenging him was one of the last tasks Zaina assigned to me as she trained me to control my power. Together, we vanquished Menthix and left his bones in the spider nest.
Don't Daedra just dissipate when they die?
Zaina did something
okay,
to
Avatar.
to chain his essence here forever. She kept him from coming back by trapping his power here, below her temple. That's also why the skull contains energy. Energy I can use to recharge my own power.
Why would Zana drain your power and toss you down here?
She probably didn't want to have to deal with 3 ambitions and you at the same time. She needs our powers at their full strength for whatever she has planned. She reversed what I did. I could feel it. Kalia and Destron's powers have been unleashed.
She unleashed your powers without teaching you to control it. Wouldn't that consume them?
Eventually. But probably not before she completes whatever she has in mind. Hurry. We need that skull. With it, I can recharge my power and help the twins. Then, when they aren't in imminent danger of exploding, we can figure out the rest.
Who was this old foe? How do you get power out of a skull?
The skull contains the trapped essence of a powerful Daedric lord. If Zaina had simply killed her rival, he would have returned like Daedra do. So instead, she trapped a portion of his energy to keep him from coming back.
And you can use that energy to recharge your power.
You heard Zaina. My powers of both Oblivion and Nirn. I could use a spark from the trapped essence of a Daedric lord to recharge my power. That means Zaina's old enemy will be free to return someday. Not that I care about that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Let's let him return. I'm sure that name has some kind of meaning. I'll have to look it up sometime and see which, that Daedra may be important in one of the storylines in the future of Elder Scrolls. I'm just not sure which one off the top of my head. He may even show up in Oblivion, the 4th Elder Scrolls game, which is Maedhros Dagon is the main villain of. Ha! Teleportation for the win. Somebody must have cleared out the enemies, that's why I'm not seeing any enemies. Usually this place is crawling with them. Nice to see I'm not the only one doing this content still.
I can feel the residual energy. Hold the skull toward me, please. While my power finishes recharging, take a look at what I found. I left it over there.
Yeah, it's too long to read all of it, but basically Zana was behind this entire thing. She was the contacting Daedra that made the pact with the Emperors.
I'm ready. Follow me.
So she's fully responsible for all of this. Well, not fully. I mean, Mayor Dagon holds the blame too, but she was definitely involved.
Too late. Lord Dagon will reward me for securing the twins.
I'll help Callie and Destron. You deal with Zyna.
The ambitions belong to Lord Dagon. Their power is for him alone. My master will reward me for destroying you. Truly understood the nature of the ambitions.
I don't know if that would make me any less likely to want to kick your butt.
I will not fail my lord and prince.
Zyna. She was going to sacrifice us to Mehrunes Dagon.
Sombrin, how could you bring us to this monster?
She wasn't like this. I didn't know.
Destron, help me open a portal. Like Sombrin showed us on the hilltop.
Alright, we're out of here.
This wasn't how it was.
Alright, we're back in Gideon. Woo!
Zyna, she never gave me any indication that she was going to betray us. That she was involved in our creation and wanted to sacrifice us to Mehrunes Dagon. At least the twins don't appear to be in imminent danger of exploding.
Do you think it's true that you were created to transform the power of Dagon placed inside you?
Let me take another look at Zyna's contracts. Yes, it's here. Zyna used a holy book to show Vondacia how to create the four ambitions. Could it have been the Mysterium Xarxis? She was always loyal to Dagon. She never wanted to help us at all.
I wonder where the fourth ambition is. So far, we've only know the three of you.
Hopefully, they're either still locked in a vault or wandering free like I was. I hate to think that Vondacia captured them while we were busy elsewhere. I'm not sure what we should do next, my friend. It's beginning to seem hopeless.
We'll find a way to defeat Vondacia and save the ambitions, all of you.
I hope you're right. But I can't see a way ahead from here. If all else fails, we'll destroy ourselves before we let Dagon win. We're the keys to unlock the barriers between here and the Deadlands. We can't allow ourselves to fall into his hands.
Take the twins back to the temple while I go to Keshu. We should come up with we'll come up with something.
Callie and Destron. They have no reason to trust me. Not anymore. But I'll still protect them. And somehow, I'll find a way to earn their trust again.
Can you keep Callie and Destron from destroying themselves?
Whatever Zyna did to prepare them to be sacrificed, it seems to have dampened their power. How long that will last, I have no idea. But until their power builds to uncontrollable levels again, they should be able to use it to help us.
What happens after that?
I'll try to train the twins as Zyna trained me. If all else fails, I can take them back to the Deadlands. The realm seems to naturally siphon off our energy and keep it at manageable levels. Not my first choice, but it will serve as a last resort.
Fair.
I'm sorry. I had no idea Zyna meant to betray us.
She wanted to kill us, Sombrin. An apology isn't going to cut it.
Destron, Zyna betrayed Sombrin too.
Because he was stupid enough to trust her.
I will make this right. I promise.
Let's return to the temple. We shouldn't be discussing this in the street.
Gideon is...
Oh, hold on.
You return at a grim moment, mercenary. While you were gone, word reached us that the Waking Flame is gathering an army. I fear it will soon march on Gideon. But Evely said you took the ambitions to learn about their powers. Did you succeed?
Sort of. We know more about the ambitions, but they're still in danger.
We are all in danger. At least you kept the ambitions safe. I thank you for that. Concerning the cult, Evely and I have made plans. But first, I want you to have this. Compensation for the work you have done up to this point on Blackwood's behalf. The Order of the Waking Flame has cast a net around Gideon. Vondacia is gathering an army, including guards from the garrison who were loyal to him all along. He knows the ambitions were here, and that they have now returned.
Have you changed your mind about making a stand in Gideon?
No, the city is no place for a battle. When foes surround you, it is wise to put your back spines to a tree. We will move the ambitions to Fort Redmane. The Imperials abandoned it years ago, but my Blackfin Legion has been restoring its defenses.
Should I take the ambitions to Fort Redmane?
No, I have another task for you. Summon what allies you can to Fort Redmane to help defend the ambitions. I sent my legion ahead, but I fear we will need more warriors. Before you go, tell the ambitions what we are doing and why. They trust you.
I'll speak to the ambitions and find allies to defend Fort Redmane.
Tell the ambitions we will defend them with our lives. Just not here, where so many civilians could be endangered. Let us use Fort Redmane as the tree against our backs. Evely will see the ambitions safely to the fort. Talk to her before you go.
Where should I go look for allies?
I leave the specifics up to you. Consider who you have helped throughout Blackwood. Evely might have some ideas. Remember, this is not a mission for just any courier or messenger. The cult has made the roads of Blackwood especially dangerous.
Remind me about the Black Legion, or Blackfin Legion.
They are my brothers and sisters in arms, the finest Argonian warriors to ever emerge from Black Marsh. It started as a mercenary band and was tempered in the Akaviri and Alliance wars. Now they protect Gideon, and they will protect the ambitions.
Where should I go look for... Oh, I already asked that question. Alright. Evely?
Tell the ambitions no army of crazed cultists is going to sacrifice them on our watch. But try not to alarm them, which might be tricky. After I send out the call for allies, I'll escort Sombrin and the twins to Fort Redmane.
You mentioned sending out a call for allies?
Right. Anyone with an army that can help us. You head to Leowin. I'm sure Captain Rian would be happy for the Ivory Brigade to lend a hand. Beyond that, what about anyone else you helped here in Blackwood? Anyone have any soldiers they can spare?
Kind of thing that there's maybe some people willing to help defend Fort Redmane.
That's great. My brother Baragon always told me that adventures turn on the favors we collect along the way. So, Who do you think we can count on?
Brigadier Lieutenant Vera at Horizon Toll. He said he owes me.
Definitely go call in that debt. More Brigadines would be very helpful when the Order of the Waking Flame attacks Fort Redmain.
I helped Commander Axios retake Border Watch Garrison. He might be willing to join us.
The Border Watch garrison of the Ivory Brigade. Great fighters from what I've heard. You should absolutely ask the commander to send whatever support he can to Fort Redmain.
I helped the Three Winds of the Stone Waste save their village. They might aid us.
The legendary Argonian warriors? I read about them. You have to go ask them. I do hope they'll come. I really want to meet them. You'll ask them for me, right? We could use those kinds of skills at Fort Redmain.
I'll go see if they're willing to help after I talk to the Ambitions.
Tell Sombra and the twins I'll be with them shortly. I have a few more details to work out with the governor. After that, go see Captain Rian and then meet me at Fort Redmain. But don't take too long. I'd rather you were there when the cult attacks.
The Ambitions were rattled by what we learned in the Deadlands.
You went to the Deadlands? And you took the Ambitions with you? What were you thinking?
Sombra knew someone who could help us to control their power, but then she tried to kill us.
What did you expect was going to happen in the Deadlands? That's where Mehrunes Dagon keeps all his stuff.
Keeps all his
At
stuff.
least everyone made it back. Now, we just need to keep them safe from Vandacia and the Order of the Waking Flame.
Yep. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and summon my allies, and then I'm going to call it a stream. Next week we will do the final battle with Vandacia, and then we'll wrap up the main quest, and then we'll start working on side stuff after that. So, but we're going to go ahead and wrap up the talking part, so that way we can jump straight into the final battle next week. Somburn, that's a big axe there, buddy.
Something's going on, isn't it? Seems like every Blackfin Legionnaire is in a hurry today. Let me guess. Vandacia's coming for us again.
Evilly will be here shortly to escort you to Fort Redmain, where we can protect you better there.
I know the place. It's an old Imperial garrison, isn't it? I passed by it during my travels after Varen's forces released me from my vault. A fort is more defensible than Gideon anyway. I see the logic. But aren't you coming with us?
I'll meet you there. First, I'm going to try to gather additional allies to help defend the fort.
I swear to protect the twins in your absence. I took Zaina at her word, and it nearly cost Kalia and Destron their lives. I'll die before I put them in danger again.
Very well, Sombrin. Hot on the heels of love by... Okay, something's going on in one of my guilds today.
You're back? We're still cleaning up after the last time you were here. Has something happened?
The Blackfin Legion needs help defending Fort Redmain against the Order of the Waking Flame.
Counselor Vandacia's cult. Yes, I read the report sent from Leowin. I only met the man once. I didn't like him. I can't imagine what he wants with that old ruin, but you wouldn't be here if it wasn't important. Count us in.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
We owe you a debt for your help with the Argonians. I'm grateful for the chance to pay it back. I'll gather my Brigadines and head out at once. See you at Fort Redmain.
Goodbye. Elosi.
There are a lot of relieved villagers here, thanks to your efforts. Well done, friend.
The Blackfin Legion needs help defending Fort Redmain from the Order of the Waking Flame.
Hostile cultists in Blackwood? That must not be allowed to go unchallenged. The Three Winds will gladly fight by your side in defense of Fort Redmain.
Thank you, Eloise.
An hour of great danger draws near. I can sense it. The Three Winds will not leave you to face this danger alone.
Kind of wish I had been invited to become the fourth wind, but that's fine.
Welcome routine work.
Come and take us.
Why are you still hanging around? The wind should have killed you already.
That was easy.
Alright, look, I'm just trying to get this finished so I can log out for the day.
Mercenary, we'll be moving to retake Border Watch soon. Or have you returned for some other reason?
The Blackfin Legion needs help defending Fort Redmain from the Order of the Waking Flame.
Crazed cultists? Retaking our garrison can wait. The Brigadines of Border Watch will stand with you. I do love returning a favor. I'll mobilize everyone I can spare and meet you at Fort Redmain. We'll fight these cultists together.
Thank you, Commander.
Don't mention it. Reports of Councillor Vandasia's villainy reached me, so I have some idea of what we're up against. I'm happy to lend our support to put an end to this Daedric cult. We'll see you at Fort Redmain.
See you at the fort. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and port our way over there, and that's where I will call it for the week. I hope you guys have enjoyed the two main quests of Blackwood we finished today, and I can't wait for that final showdown and have everybody there with us. So I hope as many of you as you can come out as we wrap up the Blackwood chapter next week. And I just want to say thank you for watching if you did. I hope to catch you next time. And again, this has been the Elder Scrolls Online with Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard in Blackwood. Everyone have a great week. Bye.